Hi everyone, Senator Jason Rarick here at the Capitol today, and I want to talk to you a little bit about a previous video that I made. Hopefully you saw it. If you didn't, maybe you can look that up, but we do know who did see it, and that was the governor and his administration, and I received a letter from them, some of their concerns, and they seemed a little bit upset about some of the content of that video, and I just want to clarify what some of the positions were, and to begin with, we try to keep the videos very simple and short. I don't want to spend 25 minutes trying to explain all the details, and so sometimes we may say things that aren't quite as clear as we want them to be. So I want to clarify a couple points, that when we talk about these California emission standards that the agency wants to pass through, and by going around the legislature to do so, there are some concerns in here, and it isn't just around the passenger vehicles like they're talking about. And yes, the standards will only apply to passenger vehicles, but they will impact construction trucks and tractors, because we've heard from the auto dealerships that costs of all vehicles will go up if these standards are put in place. And we also know that once we take this first step, the next steps will soon follow. So they are tied together. And then, well, I also mentioned about the diesel generators. And yes, the California emission standard isn't the one that's going to impact that. But it is the MPCA that has sent out a letter to many municipalities around the state demanding that they either bring their emissions under a certain standard or they take those generators offline. And that's what's so concerning to me. These are multiple things that are happening through MPCA that I'm trying to let everybody know how they are all tied together and working together. And if we take those generators offline and have another polar vortex, we will have rolling brownouts. We heard that directly from MISO last year. So, I'm really wanting to make sure everybody understands that though the California emission standard doesn't have the direct impact on anything other than passenger vehicles, it is that indirect impact that I'm trying to draw everybody to awareness of and to understand. And once again, there are hearings that are going to be held. It is not MPCA that's holding the hearings. I misspoke on that one. It is an administrative law judge. But this is exactly why I believe the legislature needs to be a part of the process. Most people out there do not understand the process and how they can become involved in hearings with an administrative law judge. What they are familiar with and comfortable with is reaching out to their legislator. And that's my job at the Capitol, is to express their thoughts, their opinions, and their views. And they feel they are being left out of that process by having the agency do what they want to do and go through an administrative law judge, and they have to try to figure out, how do I get my report turned in? How do I have my voice heard? So that's why, I am a little bit upset too. If the agency and the governor are upset with my previous video, I hope they understand that the people of my district are upset that they are trying to run around their representative and their senator and pass these through, thus not hearing their voices. So please get involved, pay attention, and if you are opposed to these California emission standards like I am, reach out. We will help get you connected with the administrative law judge so your voice can be heard.